Hello, welcome to MATC's Tutoring Services and Academic Success. You're watching our video tutorial on how to use EAB Navigate, the database tool in which we track our visits with students. The good news is, Navigate is easy to use. It's an enterprise system in the cloud, so you can use it anywhere there is internet and on any device. The bad news is, this means you have no excuse for not doing your data entry. To get to Navigate, you'll go through the login page of matc.edu. Most of you are familiar with this, I hope. Scroll down to EAB Navigate for employees. Even if you are a student tutor, you'll want to use this link. Once you click the link, you'll be prompted to log in using your MATC information. Yes, this is synced with your other MATC accounts. You don't need a separate login and password. You do, however, need to use Duo if you haven't already. Now that I've logged in, I'm going to impersonate a tutor so I can show you exactly what you will see. Students, be aware that your default screen is your student home screen. You'll need to toggle to the staff screen when you first log in. You can change the default screen in your settings. Likely when you first log into your staff page, you'll be on a blank Students tab, which you may change in your settings as well. Your Students tab will be blank because you don't have students assigned to you. We want you to help all students who come to you. This means you can't do anything in the system until you pull up a student or a class roster. First, we're going to walk through what we call a quick visit for a single student. This applies when you're seeing students in a walk-in setting, often for different courses or sections, and you have to log each unique visit. You should be keeping a paper or digital attendance sheet for your visits, which you'll use to enter info into Navigate at the end of your shift. To find a student, type the student's ID number into the search bar. You can also search by student name, but there may be multiple students in the college with the same name, so you always want to verify that that ID number is correct. You'll see some student information come up on this screen, so please remember your FERPA training. We're going to report on your appointment with the student. We know it wasn't an appointment, it was a tutoring session, but that's what they call it in this system. They call us, our department, a care unit, Tutoring Services and Academic Success. You'll have to select this every time until you update your default user settings. Under Locations, we have all our specific locations. Each campus has an Academic Success Center listed, and the Milwaukee campus has several. The Academic Success Centers are listed by their names here because we have more than one. We also have some more general options, classroom or common area. The common area is for when you use, say, the hallway between the health building and the technical building, or a program lab. For now, I'm going to choose the Math and Science Center. Then we're going to pick our service. The list will be limited to the types of tutoring that can be done in the location you picked. For this demonstration, we're doing walk-in tutoring in an Academic Success Center. You should only ever select one type of tutoring. Now we need to identify the course you helped with. All of the students' current courses should load here. For today, I'm just going to choose the first one. Next, we do meeting type. You're going to pick either in-person or virtual scheduled. Obviously, in this situation, we're in person. The date of the visit autofills to the current date, That's why we always tell you to do your navigate the day of, right? You will have to enter the time you tutored the student. Let's say you started at 8:30 and went until 8:45. A visit consists of 10 minutes or more of helping a student. Anything less than that, you don't need to report. Now, navigate shows that we both attended. The rest of this on the bottom of the screen and in the right-hand column is for advisors and coaches, so you don't need to worry about it. We definitely do not want you to enter any notes under the appointment summary in this box. It's too easy to accidentally report confidential, negative, or opinionated info. I'm going to scroll down and you'll see the Save button down here. As soon as you save this, it becomes part of the student's permanent record. When you record a visit, everything is out there to be viewed by other support staff. You aren't going to be able to delete anything that you record in here, so please double check your information before saving. Our Navigate administrators do have the option to delete visits, so if you realize you recorded by accident, please contact one of us. Instructors are not able to see whether a student went to tutoring. We know that can be a stigma for some students, but other support staff can see all of this, and if a student ever asks for their academic record, they will see it as well. So you're not going to enter any notes, right? We don't want to violate a student's privacy. While we're on this screen, I want to show you real quickly what to do if you're working virtually. What you want to do under location is pick Milwaukee Tutoring Virtual, regardless of what campus you usually associate with. Put our service back in, walk in. We call virtual tutoring online drop-in because they don't actually walk in, right? But you'll still choose walk-in as your option. And down here in meeting type, I'm going to choose virtual scheduled. Now that we've filled in all the information for our visit, we're going to click Save This Reports. If you can't find the button, just keep scrolling down. Please don't save this today if you're following along because, again, it attaches a note to their permanent record, and this is not a real visit. But I want you to be able to see what it looks like, so we're going to go ahead and save this report. Watch in the bottom right-hand corner, a pop-up tells you that it was saved. Now, if I want to actually see if I did this correctly, I'm going to go back to my homepage and toggle to staff. So where is the visit? Remember, the system was set up for students being assigned to advisors. If you were an advisor, all of your assigned students would appear here. As a tutor, what you want to look at is your appointments. Not upcoming, obviously, but recent appointments. And there it is. You can pop it open if you'd like, look at the details, and make corrections if needed. You have to click the link in green, and then scroll all the way down and click Edit Report before you can make any changes. Let's say I realized I chose the wrong course. I really wanted to choose the second course, Written Communication. Don't forget to save, as usual. We do, just ask that you be careful. It's this easy to do this in the system, so it can be tempting to just rush. Please do use care when you're entering your data. The next visit I'm going to show you how to do is a batch visit. Those of you who do in-class or embedded tutoring will want to use this option because it allows you to access the class roster. Using the roster, you can create 20 student records in Navigate by entering just one batch visit. This will save you a lot of time. First, make sure you're on your staff screen. Any tab is fine. Then on the left side in this icon list here, we're going to go to Advanced Search. Navigate allows you to search by a ton of different options. The one we use to pull up your roster is course data. Click it. You'll see that the semester or term is already autofilled. So we're going to search for your course. I like using Math 134. You'll see that the results are narrowed down the more that you type. Don't forget to put the hyphen between your subject and course number though. All right, there it is. Click on Mathematical Reasoning. And then down here in the second box, you're going to choose your specific section. And that's all you need. Scroll down and hit search. And there's your class roster. This is a dynamic database that refreshes constantly. So if a student's added to the course late, the next time you run this, or if you save it the next time you load it, that student will be there. Likewise, if someone drops the course, that student's going to disappear. To create our batch visit, we're going to start by selecting all of the students with just one click by choosing this checkbox next to the name label. Then go down through them and deselect anyone who did not attend class that day or who you did not help. Keep in mind that some students are opposed to being tutored for fear of being labeled or judged, so that's why we want to uncheck the ones who did not get help from you, even if they were present. All right, scroll all the way down, make sure you got everybody. Then go to the tiny actions menu right here in gray and open it. We're going to create an ad hoc appointment summary. Again, you didn't have an appointment, but that's what they call it in this system. All right, so the same thing as with the quick visits. For care unit, you'll pick our department. And then you're going to pick where you were under location. In this case, you're tutoring a full class, so you're most likely in that classroom. And the service you provide for a full class is either embedded or in class. Only Math 134 and co-requisite math are known as embedded. We're going to choose our course. You did select the section already when you pulled up the roster, even though it doesn't show here. And next, you'll choose your meeting type, either in person or virtual again. We're going to say you're in person. And the date of the visit autofills, and you'll enter your time. Remember, when you're tutoring in class, you can use the whole class time for your visit. All right, so now down here, as you scroll towards the Save button, it shows everybody who attended this appointment or class session. If you made a mistake and forgot that, say, Jenny wasn't in class that day, you can go ahead and just uncheck their name. All right, then at the bottom, you're going to save the report. I'm not going to do this today because I don't want to create all of these fake entries that will have to be deleted later. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel this one. To wrap up, I'll show you again where you go to make sure the report's saved the way you thought they would. Click back to your home page. Again, the visits won't show up under students because the students are not assigned to you. they should show up under your recent appointments. I didn't save that batch visit, so all of those are not going to show up in here today. Had we saved, in theory, they would all be showing up, right? And they're going to show up as individual visits for each of the students that were in that list that you narrowed down from the roster. So if you had 15 students that you selected, you'll have 15 visits here. If you need to correct a batch, you can just edit one of those visits and it will change all of them. Just double check to make sure it all updates. Since you'll be entering batch visits for every class period throughout the semester, an efficient thing to do is to save your class roster. I'm going to go back to the search feature, course data, and search again for that Math 134. Select your section, just one section, and click search. When the roster loads, click save, and you can give your unsaved student search a name. Call it whatever you want. Math 134 006. If you want to get specific, you can put your instructor's name in there and the term, and click Save Search. After you save this search, you can find it under Lists and Saved Items. Scroll down to the one you want. In this case, it's the first one there. When you click it, the system again runs the search, pulling in a fresh roster.